What's up guys, it's Jan here and welcome to a new vlog. This time a different location. I'm in my home gym and today I want to talk about how this board changed everything for me. I want to use the time to motivate you and to talk a bit about my vision that I have with kitesurfing or what I got over the last years. So as you probably know, I'm kiting now for quite a long time. I started 8 years ago and I didn't start on the water. I was starting on the land because I'm living in Berlin, and as you know, Berlin is not quite close to the sea. And how everything started was actually special. I was walking after the school with my mom to this old airport called Tempelhof Airport. It was the old airport where back in the days some planes were flying off, but now it's closed. So we went there after the school and I saw this kite landboarders there and I was like, wow, that looks so amazing and so crazy. I was like, I really want to try this. And she was like, she always supported me. You have to imagine, I was always doing sports or I was doing also a lot of fishing, and she always drove me to the sports and was the support number one. And so she said, why not? And we went home. And the first thing I was doing was go on the computer and looking for kiting in Berlin. And I saw kite landboarding and was like, wow. And there was one YouTuber called Kiting Benny. I saw always his videos and was like, what the fuck? He's jumping, he's doing tricks. It's crazy. And then I talked to my mom and was like, I really want to do it. And the next week we went to a kite shop in Berlin and they had this small kite with only a bar. Like, oh, that's a good thing to start with. And we went to the airport again with a longboard and this kite, and I started to ride from right. I was doing this for 1 week and it felt amazing. And after this, I saw always those big deep power kites. I was like, I really want to do it. And then my mom discovered windsurfing and said, maybe you should start windsurfing first. And then I went to a windsurf club and I don't know, it was not the thing that I liked, to be honest. It was a bit boring, maybe on my level boring, but I was not enjoying it too much. And I was looking on the second-hand platform for used kites and I saw this old Fly Surfer Psycho 3 kite for I think 300 euro or something. And I was saying to my mom, please, I want to have this. Maybe you can help me with it and maybe it could be my present for Christmas. And she said, I will help you with that, but you also have to help me at home and stuff. So I got this old kite and I was like super happy. The problem was when I received the kite, I didn't have a harness. And I was like, what can I do? And my mom said, oh, I have this belt. I think it's the same. And then I used her belt for the pants and started the kite, jumped and the belt exploded and I was unhooked. But it was fun, and actually I didn't have to get used to the kite too much. I was like, oh, it feels like quite, I don't know, it felt like it's my sport. And after this day, I went every single day, I think 350 days in the year, to this old airport. Every time after school, sometimes I also skipped the school to go there. But I was every day there. And I did it for 2 years. I started with rollerblades and I didn't even know about kitesurfing to these days. I think after 2 years of only kite landboarding, I started to see also kitesurfing videos. I was like, what? It's even possible on the water? I was like, I want to try it. And we had a big community on this airport with a lot of really nice people and friends who always supported me. There was one guy called Christian. He gave me his soft kite for like 3 months, and I progressed so much faster than on my Psycho, obviously. And he was also the person who brought me to the kite surfing for the first time, because there is a lake in Berlin, and we went there. I think it was also now October. It was quite cold, or even colder. I think it was November. I remember I used to take 2 wetsuits, and he wanted to explain me everything, but I was like, let's go, and I went away. And I don't know, it was after this day I felt so impressed also by kite surfing, but I didn't have the chance to always go kite surfing because Berlin is far from the sea, and my mom was always driving me a lot, sometimes on the weekend. And besides that, I think I went 2 times a month to kitesurf on the Baltic Sea. And also a lot of friends brought me always there. But it was not that easy, and I was always wishing I lived close to the sea, and that I was always asking why I'm not the person who lives on the sea, why I'm not the person who started on the sea. And I was always like, oh man, if I would live on the sea, I would go every day, and I would push so hard. But when I look back to it now, I would say I'm so happy that I started here, because you have to understand, when you don't have the possibilities to kite every day, you use the time when you can kite way more than if you always can kite. So every time when I went to the sea, and also now, every time when I go kiting, it's still my mind. I give 110% every session, and I really want to progress every session. And that makes me also sometimes a bit angry if I don't progress, because I feel like I have to use the time so much. And I think this kind of mindset, which I have now, I only got because I'm coming from Berlin, and I only got because I started with the landboard actually. Because I think if I would live on the sea, I wouldn't be as good as I am now. So what I want to say with that is, even if you can't kite every day, if you can kite, use the time and try to enjoy it, and try to get that mindset that I'm now on the water and I use the time as much as I can. And I always say to myself, don't think about, oh, I'm living in Berlin, it's shit, I cannot kite. No, I always say, now I'm on the sea, and now I use the time to push. And I think that switched something for me, where I feel like I can progress everywhere. Even when I go now landboarding, I enjoy to go landboarding, because I got some questions. Are you still going landboarding? Yes, I do. I really like to go landboarding. I really love it, and it feels always special when I go there. And actually, it would be really nice if more people in Berlin start landboarding, and I would love to actually go with the community to the airport and show them landboarding. You can also write in the comments if you come from Berlin, and maybe we can see us on the airport and and everybody goes together landboarding. Would be nice, because actually you have to understand, this board is kind of like a kiteboard. You have the grab handle where you can do flips, and you have the pads who are the same as on the water basically. The only difference is that you have wheels, and that the ground is a bit harder. But when you always take it slow, and you always think about everything that you do, and you know about the risk, it's not that dangerous. I never got injured while landboarding, because I always thought about, oh, if I don't feel 100% safe, I don't do it. And this mindset is also helping me in kitesurfing, because when I feel the wind is too gusty, I don't do it. Even if somebody films that, what should I prove it? What should I prove to one? I don't do it if I don't feel it. And that's the same in the competition. If I don't feel I go 100%, then I'm not first, or not top 3 or top 5. Who cares? Maybe the next competition you will be first. So the main thing that I want to give you on the way with this is, it doesn't matter where you come from, If you have the dream and if you have that vision, just go for it and give everything you have. And even if you feel sometimes, oh, I progress slowly, don't care about it. Think about the long time. And that's one thing that helped me to reach the goal where I am now, that I can kite and that I can do the thing that I love. And the vision behind all this is to motivate you guys and to show you that even if you don't have the perfect start or the perfect background, you can make it. You can live your dream. And I know some people think maybe, oh, for me it's too late, or no, why? Just do it and try to get it. If you work hard for it, you will get it. It's always possible. And it doesn't matter which sport. Even if you do running, skateboarding, I was playing ice hockey. If you have that vision, just go for it and believe in it.